Wait a few minutes. Okay, let's wait more than one person here. I'm going to see how long the new 2 amp stacked lithium for flex can last on the inline circuits on some of my scrap wood. Hell, we might as well start now. Let's see. We're down to 3 bars on the 2 amp stacked lithium. Okay. Let me pick up some of this debris, and I'm going to keep cutting. Okay. Now, let's blow this off. Okay, let's see what the battery's down to. This 2 amp stacked lithium's down and it dropped 1 bar still. Okay, let's keep cutting. As long as I don't cut into any screws. couple nails. Yeah, I cut into a couple of nails. Blade is still good. This is a spider blade. Came on the saw when I got it at Lowe's. See what it's down to. Down to 2 bars now. There are objects in here, so. That is definitely a big object. I'm not going to try to cut that. Wow, that crooked it. See what the battery's at. Down to 1 bar. Let's just do the one final cut I got to do here. Then I'm going to cut the rest. See what it's down to. Still down to 1 bar. Trying to get through this. Maybe I'll cut it on this side. Still down to 1 bar. Give it a break here. Apparently it's running into something. We'll try it over here. Still running into something. Okay, it's flashing. Don't forget, this has got screws in it, nails in it. It's only 2 amp hour. I'm sure it's doing way better than a 2.5 regular battery. Let's try to cut into this. It's flashing. Well, we definitely found a limit on this Definitely found the limit on this battery. Anything to do with maybe plain wood and not embedded with nails and screws, it would take it out. Well, let me finish demoing this with my reciprocating saw. So I'm going to square this up. In the meantime, I'm a landscaper. It's my day off. It's too wet outside to do anything. Gotta be kidding me. 29 years, you don't go outside trying to mow lawns when everything's wet. At least not with me, you don't. Okay. You throw that battery on the charger. Then I'll get the saw ready and I'll saw this. Okay, where did I put it? Right here. Let's pull the battery off. It definitely croaked it. Definitely croaked it. Yeah, down to 1 bar. It's not even worth trying to run. So, see what temperature this battery is. Battery's about 88 degrees. It's quite cold here in Illinois right now. It's about 50 outside. Let's see if it'll even charge. No. It's in, it'll, flex supercharger. It's cooling it down right now, and then it'll charge it. The fans are going. Okay, let me blow this saw off. Oh, got some debris in it. Let's see how the teeth look. Supposedly, these spider, this is a spider tarantula blade. It's a spider tarantula blade. If you can read it, it says tarantula. This came out when I got the saw at Lowe's. This was a floor model. Let's see if any of the teeth are missing. No. None of the teeth are missing. This blade came on it. Like I say, I got it when I got this saw. It was a floor model. As you can tell with the numbers here. I bought this 2 years ago for $100. Can't beat the price. The blade looks fine. Saw's a little warm. Let me blow it off. Okay. Okay, let me get the reciprocating saw ready. My chainsaw chain is duller than couldn't cut cheese. Let me see here. Okay. We're going to use the Milwaukee model number 2722-20. They're super sawzall. It should be thick enough to get through. All I want to do is just keep going with this. And we'll run the 8 amp Forge battery on it, which is fully charged. A little lighter than the 12. I'm going to put my helmet on. So I can make this a little bit longer of a live stream than what it was. Let's cut from here. Must be something in there. Yeah, a fastener. That's what I thought. Another fastener. So that's what my saw was trying to get through. That's a pretty thick fastener. Wonder why I was bogging down my flex. Give it a break. Never mind trying to cut that. A lot of fasteners in here. I'm going to let it oscillate. Blade's kind of bent now. Let's just keep working with it. Pretty big fastener I'm still trying to get rid of. I'm sure this blade is trash now. Yeah. Well, the teeth are still on it. We'll cut it from the other direction. Get the saw brake. Pick up some of this mess. I'm bored to death. Put this reciprocating saw to its paces. This is a heavy duty piece of wood and it's got a lot of junk in it. Okay. Got some really big fasteners in it. Moving around too easy. Okay. Let's see what the battery is down to. Turn it on safe. Down the 2 bars for the 8 amp. There's a couple of screwed up teeth. The blade is definitely trash. I wore the tip off. Definitely smoking. That's a big fastener. I might want to switch blades now. I gotta stay away from that thing. This blade is definitely trash. Okay. Okay. Always pull the battery off. That's what I always say. See what the battery's down to. Still down the 2 bars for the 8 amp forge. That was 1 screw, fastener. Okay, let me see how hot this is. It's pretty warm. Pretty warm. Okay. I have to wear the other gloves. everybody's yammering about. Yeah, I know what the car's worth. It's an '05, less than 17,000 original miles. Family owned. It's 20 years old in July. Got less than 17,000. All the fluids were changed out 2 years ago. I got 3 sets of wheels on it. The original set of wheels and tires, gold BBS. The original tires, mint condition. Want 40,000 for it. The least we'll take for it. They're no longer making these cars. The next one you see, the Subaru makes, is going to be a fucking Tesla. I hate fucking Teslas. They go down the road, they sound like a fucking vacuum cleaner. Like I say, hey, how's it going? I ain't gonna fix that up. There's nothing wrong with it. It just needs to be cleaned. I can't afford to drive. You know how much it costs to drive those cars? Premium gas? $4.50 a gallon? 300 horse? Have it up to 125 miles an hour. The thing's good for 170. Forget it. It's a magnet to police, too. And a magnet to car thieves. It sits in the garage, nobody steals it. Even though 90% of the people in the world don't know how to shift gears. 90%. I've been driving stick shift since I was 16. 90%. That I've always, the funny joke. You know the funny joke about Chicago? How not to make sure your car never gets stolen? Drive a stick shift up there. 90% of the people don't know how to drive them. 90%. They get in there and go, I can't drive this. Yeah, I should say this blade is fucked. Like I say, 90% of people don't know how to drive stick shifts. I've been driving since I was 16. That's a long time, and I'm 58 years old. So that means I've been driving stick shifts since 1982. And who taught me how to drive a stick shift? My mom. She was driving stick shifts when she married my dad. It's all my dad drove up until 1980. This was his car. He was in his 70s driving it, in his 70s. That was nothing. He had a 2011 red with only 4,000 miles on it. We traded it in, didn't want it. It wasn't even an STI, it was just a WRX. I hate these things. I'll have to bring that forward. Cars are expensive to drive. Very expensive. Premium gas. And I don't like cops following me around. Everybody wants to race you too. Everybody does. The only one that doesn't want to race you is some little old lady. I've lost interest in cars at my age right now. Okay. Oh, it would help if I put a battery on it. If it starts to put out a battery, it's haunted. And down the 2 bars for the forged battery. So anybody wants to buy it, get in touch with me. 40,000 cash. No checks, I want Benjamins. And I'll run them through the bank to make sure they're real. That's that bolt. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is a special blade for cutting metal too, like nails. That wasn't a nail, that was a bolt. Not bad. That's what I wanted to do. See what the battery is down to. This is the 8 amp forge. Down to one last bar. Not bad. It'll last a lot longer than that 6 amp forged. And look what they had to cut through. They had to cut through some major shit to get to there. Man, that's 3/8 thick. Okay. Turn this over one more time. And the battery charged already in that short of time. That little 2 amp flex stacked lithium charges in about 20 minutes. And that's with the 550 watt charger. Okay. If anybody wants the car, get in touch with me. Bring cash, lots of it. That ain't much money, you know. These cars are going to be just as collectible very shortly, in probably 5 more years, as the old Supras are. By the way, they remade those two, and what are they, $80,000? I mean, they're nice, but I don't think they're worth 80 grand. By the way, they're made by BMW, not Toyota. It's just too bad Toyota couldn't have made it all Toyota and not BMW. I'm not too keen on BMWs. Ought to call it BM, bring more money. I don't mind German power tools. I want to get, you know, fine, but I'm not too into German cars because when they get to be used, they're pieces of crap. Okay, let's see here if I could flush this up a little bit. You know, using a sander, except I used a 10-inch reciprocating saw blade. Not bad. Went through all those fasteners. And like I say, this unit is a little warm. Let me go get the temperature gauge. Come on, that Subaru, I want 40,000. 40, that's a bargain. I tell you, they're no longer making these cars. That's it. Well, they stopped making them, what, 2 years ago? And what were they starting to cost? 50,000? And this is the blob eye. This is the most sought after one. Anybody know Colin McRae? Anybody know him? He died back in 7 or 8. He decided he could fly a helicopter like he could drive a rally car. What is it with rich people in helicopters? You know, when a helicopter, when those rotors, and you have a problem, there's only one thing you can do. Go down. It's not like you can float. Unless you're, you know, the guy from the A-Team. What was his name? Mad Murdoch? Yeah, and those are fake anyhow, but yeah. I got the original set of BBS gold wheels. Original tires. My dad and me hate gold wheels. I absolutely hate gold wheels. I hate them. They look tacky, but that's what came on the car. So my dad got rid of them as soon as he got the car, and he got some really lightweight wheels that are half the weight. And those tires, of course, got wore out because he never rotated them. But I got another new set of wheels on here. These are 18s. The car comes with 17s. These are 18s. Take off everything here. Let me do a temperature check on this. It's not that warm, but it's warm. Actually, it's not even worth. You know what's worth temperature checking? The collet. Now that's worth temperature checking. That's warm. The unit itself, not that warm. Those are the wheels. Those are 18s. All the car needs is a good cleaning. It's all it needs. My mom and me spent $2,000 on it, getting all the fluids changed on it 2 years ago. $2,000 on all the fluids. That's a lot of fucking money to put in a car you don't drive around. And this thing is fast. It's 6 speeds. It's not 5 speeds, it's 6. Believe me, it's quick. It's quick. This thing will outrun a fucking Corvette in the wintertime. Corvettes are good for the dry weather. They're not good for the snow and the rain. And these tires only have 1,000 miles on them. 3 sets of wheels. I took the exhaust my dad got for it. This was back in 6 or 7 he got the exhaust. Titanium. When we took it to the Subaru dealer and they did all the fluids, and I looked at that exhaust and said, wow, Subaru no longer makes those exhausts. Yeah, no kidding. Back when he bought that exhaust, it was $1,000. He said, now these exhausts, now if they make them, would be $2,000. And it sounds really nice. One day I'll do a video on the car when I get a chance. But whoever's got 40,000, get in touch with me. I got no use for the car anymore. You know, I kind of don't need it because all it does is sit and collects my tools. I got $18,000 worth of tools sitting in it. Okay? Then I can put my shop inside the garage. And by the way, I'll be doing a live in a few more days. Probably Friday night. I'm going to be doing the rigid 4-mode impact driver with the new 4-amp EXP 21/7 tablet cell battery against the Ryobi 4-mode impact driver with the edge battery against the Flex quick eject with the new 2-amp, stacked lithium, and compared to little stacked lithium against the other tablet cell batteries that are close. I'm kind of drawn between both batteries, the tablets and the stacked lithium. So, yeah, BMWs are money pits. They're big money pits. You only lease them or you buy them brand new. And then when they get to be old and they start breaking, you wave goodbye to them. Bye. Because, in fact, the better BMWs are the older ones, not the turbocharged ones. I don't know if they got problems with the new ones, but the older turbocharged ones would blow gaskets and smoke and everything else. And when they made that straight 6 that put out only what did it put out? 300 horse or so? It ran great. Then they decided, let's put turbos on and make it put out 500. Piece of junk. And you got to buy a BMW in a stick shift, not in even a paddle shift. So, okay, guys, I'll be going live again, like I say. A couple more days, probably around 5:30 because it's getting dark early now around here. But I'm going to be putting all those impact drivers against one another. Then I'll rotate more in just to see. But these are all the latest batteries, the latest, the tablet small cell batteries against the new stacked lithium from Flex. So, still in the wrapper, yeah. 20 grand my ass. These cars are going to fetch about 100,000 in a few more years. You know what they're doing with the new ones, don't you? It's going to be a Tesla. You press the button, you go, is this thing even running? You go down the road, it'll sound like, Knight Rider. You won't even hear it. These unequal length exhausts, the manifolds and all the other stuff in the boxer engines, what makes the car. The boxer engine makes the car, the transmission makes the car, and the exhaust system makes the car. Not electrifying it and make it cost 80 grand. Ain't nobody gonna buy it. Ain't nobody buying electric cars in the first damn place. Nobody wants them. They're only good from here to there. They're not good from going from here to California. Hell, in California, I could probably get more than that for the car. So, like I say, electric cars are a joke. They're only good for going to the grocery store. They're not good going on a road trip. And they're boring to drive. All they are is like a giant computer. You got more. And by the way, this car doesn't have any crap on it. No gobbledygook. No satellite. No this. No that. No, none of the modern crap. So it's a car. You actually have to drive it. You don't have to play with the screen on it and touch buttons to get things going. You know what I mean. It's a car. It's a man's car. So I got garbage on it. Who cares? It's just dirty. It needs a good cleaning. God almighty. You want me to wrap it all up? Yeah, I'll wrap it all up. I'll charge you more than that for it. Who cares? It's a collector's item. It's 20 years old already, made July of 2004. That's already considered an antique already, you know. It's 20 years old. That's an antique already. I can get antique plates for it. Yeah, I ain't going to take no 20,000 for it. Less than 17,000 miles. 40,000 ain't too high. I consider that kind of low for a car that's 99% stock. You know, so, you know how many guys Mickey Mouse these cars? They buy it, they soup it up, modify it, and it blows the shit out of it. This is not unmodified. The only thing on it is an exhaust. You know, no modifications. No, less than 17,000 miles. Forget 28,000. Let's raise the price a little bit. 28 grand ain't no money. 28 grand. This car listed for 36,000 when it was new. So get in touch with me when somebody comes up with the money. 17,000, less than 17,000 original miles. You know, that's not even 1,000 miles a year. And the car doesn't go out in bad weather. Okay, it doesn't go out in the wintertime unless the streets are clear of all debris. I tell you, these cars are collector's items. The old Supers are collector's items too. The new Supers won't be collector's items to anybody. The interior, yeah. Let me take this off the phone. I'm not going to pop through it. I got everything on the hood right now. Here's the interior, see? See? Here's the interior of the car. Look how clean it is. Car doesn't get driven. It gets sitting around. There's a 6-speed. See? Blue seats. It's a 2005. It was made July of 2004. You know, Subaru's come all the way from Japan. When they probably do make this car again, it's probably going to be made here, and it'll be a piece of fucking junk. It was made July 2004, so it's a 2005. They only made the Blob-Eye for 2 years, 2004, 2005, and then they came out, what was that other one? I don't know, the other version that was different. Okay? They only made this car for 2 years. They made it in 4, in 5, and then 6, I think they switched to the, I can't remember what model they switched to. They only made this 2 years. Yeah, well, that's all the new Super is BMW trash. It's got a BMW engine and a BMW transmission. Well, guys, somebody want to get in touch with me, okay. I'll be going on live Friday night and we'll discuss the car again, okay? How about 30? How about raising that up a little bit more? You got cash? Did it have to be cash money? Somebody get in touch with me. Just put a comment on here, okay? Eric the Bearded Tool Guy.